Today we will discuss about seventh topic is bioelectrical potentials. Basically, we will consider as a any red blood cell, single red blood cell, the ionic voltages produces as a result of the chemical activity of the certain special type of the cells are known as bioelectric potentials. So these bioelectric potentials are generally measured by using a transducer. Okay, transducers are used to convert ionic potentials into electrical voltages. These signals can be measured and meaningful way to aid the physician in a diagnosis and treatment of various diseases. So now we will move into the name of the topic. Eighth one is a source of bioelectric potentials. What are the different sources? Generally, the body generate their own monitoring signals while carrying out their various functions. These signals convey useful information about the functions they represent. Now, the source of bioelectric potentials, and first one is a electrocardiogram. So that is your ECG. The electrical activity of the human being heart can be measured by using the electrocardiogram. And second one is for the electroencephalography. So electroencephalography is used for the measurement of the electrical activity of the human being brain. So that is by using electroencephalography. And third one is a electromyogram. So electromyogram, so it is used for the measurement of the electrical activity of the human being smooth muscle as well as a hard muscles, measuring by using this electromyogram. And fourth one is a electrooculogram. The electrical activity of the human being eye movement from left side to right side eyeball movement, as well as a top to bottom eyeball movement, as well as a rotation of the human being eyeball movement can be measured by using this electrooculogram. And fifth one is a electroretinogram. The electrical activity of the human being retinal potential can be measured by using this electroretinograph. And the sixth one is a electrogastogram. So electrogastogram is used for the electrical activity of the small intestinal as well as the big intestinal can be measured by using this electrogastogram. So these six are the sources of bioelectric potentials. And not only these, generally, bioelectric potentials are generated due to nerve conduction and brain activity and heartbeat and muscle activity and so on like that. And nerve and muscle cells of a human body are in generally closed a semi-permeable membrane. So what you mean by the semi-permeable membrane? Now this entire, so it is a semi-permeable so membrane. So now this semi-permeable membrane, so the inside what is existing the semi-permeable so membrane. So in semi-permeable membrane permits some substances to pass through it. So the semi-permeable permits some substances inside, and it does not allow some substances. It will be block some substances. So from here only, so it will be blocks here. It doesn't allow something into inside of the cell membrane. Now the ion inside the membrane are called internal cell fluid. So this is your inside of the internal cell fluid. And the ion outside of the cell membrane is called as external cell fluid. Now it is your external cell fluid. So then how you are maintaining a semi-permeable membrane? So now in this sodium Na plus ions cannot enter inside the membrane. Now this Na plus ions cannot be enter inside of the cell membrane. However, ion like potassium K plus ions and chloride Cl minus passes through the membrane. So if the membrane is stimulated or excited, if for example I am applying some external force in this direction, external force, or I am going to applying the external pressure, so that is your stimulated signals. So your cell is a stimulated. So we need to call as your cell is a stimulated. Now in this case, your cell is a stimulated. Then how is this cell it will be stimulated? Now how the cell it will be stimulated? If the membrane is stimulated or excited, the sodium ions can be entered inside the cell membrane. This sodium ions Na plus ions are enter into the inside cell membrane. All the sodium ions or enter into the inside of the cell membrane. Here also all the sodium ions are enter into the inside of the cell membrane. Now these all are the inside enter into the inside of the cell membrane. Then now inside is more positive charge, and inside already existing K plus and Cl minus, inside already existing K plus and Cl minus E away from the inside of the cell membrane. Now in this case, if you are applying the external excitation, so if you are applying the external excitation, so that is called force or pressure, then what is the, if after applying the stimulation, all these Na plus ions are enter inside of the cell membrane. Now here Na plus ions are inside of the cell membrane. If more positive charge is existing inside of the cell membrane here, and more negative charge is present in the outside of the cell membrane. Now this is your basic cell membrane potentials. Now what are the different what are the different, that is amplitude and frequency range of bioelectric potentials. Now in this electrocardiography, that is used for the heart potentials, amplitude is a 50 microvolts to 5 microvolts and frequency is 0.05 to 100 Hz, and electroencephalography, it is used for the brain potentials. So amplitude is a 2 microvolts to 100 microvolts and frequency is a 1 to 100 Hz, and electromyogram for the muscle potentials, amplitude is a 20 microvolts to 5 microvolts and frequency is a 100 Hz to 2 kilohertz. Now these are the these all are the major sources of the bioelectric potentials.